Monday. Pretty sure it's the 28th in April 2014. As usual, it's finally time to do the diary thing. Pretty far out. You really can't function in the living world when you're thinking this way. But, you know, it does happen that there's different pieces of the day. Yeah. Oh, man. Man, a lot of shit ran through my head since I came into social time. Social time could be when I get home, but in reality, no matter what state of mind I'm in, unless I'm sleeping, and then it's social time in a different way. Seaboard clothes. The concept of having Mama Hen having an apartment in the basement sounds really awesome, actually. Yeah, well, you'd have to have trial period and all that other stuff. But you know, based on what I know, sounds like a winner for all three of us. Dan, Mama Hen, and myself. Mama Hen never says she's never had a garden, who you can hear. The biggest thing is we all have to be in agreement about what anybody does on communal property. And well, you know, I'd probably still have Trump power, but I'm not a bad dude, so. But, you know, nonetheless, you know, if Mama Hen brought her bet here, she doing better than most. Earned it somehow. Yeah, see, I don't really know Mama Hen in terms of how one knows somebody. You grew up in the neighborhood and all that stuff. But yeah. In this particular age, it's not books, although books are really still important. And the digital age is making everything who can access it more accessible. I still think that, you know, if Mama Hen were going to leave South Dakota and where her daughter's at, she'll afford to go be with her daughter in South Dakota. When you're talking about temperature and experience, is far different. But you know, nonetheless, just thoughts flowing. The basement is totally the basement, and really, I want to fix that thing up over there, and I want to have an RV up there for Nanny or anybody who needed it that I could deal with. You see, I never knew I could get here, and it was a dump, haunted house type thing. But, you know, if they're not sucking everything out of you just to live, if there's anything left, she can do a lot of things. And he will continuously try to figure out how to get more out of you out of that, too. We all need raises, except the working people. And that definitely fucking shoots itself eventually. You want a healthy economy, everybody that's working should be able to live comfortably. And whether they spending money on drugs or not, I mean, the government says, which is starting to figure out it should have more say about things if it wants to live itself. You can't spend or can't borrow against more than 30% of your income. So if you're going to buy a house, nobody can do that nowadays who isn't already way above store management. But it didn't used to be that way, you know that, right? Some of you don't, they never had it, but we did. So it can be done. Question of who gets what and why and where's it go and all that stuff, and you know, it's all about thought, actually. Even those that don't think come and go, and those who do have been figuring out how to utilize that for a long time. That's actually not a bad thing, because thought is both sides true. Yeah. So, yeah, that's a fact too. I'm starting to think about these. I always had to figure everything was very much like myself, and I'm finding out it's not quite so. It's a good thing if you're a male and you're looking for a female, because we ain't nothing like each other. Our thoughts can go to similar places, but the core of who we are is totally different. I'm just grateful we got here. You know, Diane was brought up to be a saver, and it actually worked for once. I lost like half at least of what she saved, and we still got here, and that's awesome. You know what I'm saying? No matter how many times I got jived or whatever you want to call it, I tried to be more careful, and I got jived a lot. Good thing I didn't meet her when I was younger. I still lost half of it, but we still got here. Yeah. The hunching issue. Don't slouch. It's bad posture. It's gonna hurt later. They find everything to tell you to don't do, and they very rarely find dark side. Anything to tell you that's good to do. This is benefiting them. Right. The genesis, yes. The genesis of things is, I don't need you to die to enjoy you. I don't need you to suffer to enjoy you. I just need you to be to enjoy you. I suppose that's Genesis, eh? The complexity comes afterwards. Genesis is the beginning. Much as I shouldn't be smoking, gonna be smoking fat cigars here shortly. You see me doing a Jack Klugman or anybody else, I'm smoking, it's gonna hurt. Yeah, I shouldn't be smoking, I know that. I quit twice for many years. I gotta quit a third time and kill that sucker for good. But nonetheless. I'm gonna die anyhow. I just like to be here long enough. Somewhat accomplished what a tripping individual. We all, we all are individuals, really, totally, in time. Time is numbers. Numbers never end, neither does time. Mama Hen's like 72. My grandma's 88 or something. Grandma's waiting to die. I don't have enough money to make a difference in that scenario at the moment. Tiny piece of land, man. In a skyscraper they fit 15 into this. I say, that's awesome, isn't it, guys and gals? Star Trek Enterprise. Captain's quarters. Smaller than this, actually. I'm thinking Admiral's quarters if you're on a spaceship. But people don't. Well, they all be out for themselves. And people do stupid things I done heard. Yeah. And I said, who will teach them? Because there's an incredible amount of complexity, and I can look there, and it doesn't crush me anymore. Used to. Try and look there. Blast me, why don't you? No, I just look at it and say, yeah, I know. What time is it? 5 minutes. It's about how much time I got to talk to the future. I'm pretty fucked up. When I go in, that's it. 10:30, I might get to watch the 11 o'clock news. Just another piece of now. Diana's still waiting for the bank to say whether or not they're going to give her a home equity loan. Our house is worth at least $40,000. She wants to borrow $8,000. First thing that anybody says is, you only earn $1,300 a month, you suck. I'm expecting to say, you suck. Again, we don't want to even take a risk on you. You only make $1,300 a month, you suck. Keep your house. We don't want to give you any money because we don't want to get stuck with it either. There are ways around it, but that's kind of what the banks, things that run things, are thinking about. $1,300 a month income, and most of the entry-level workers don't even come close to that. So what is going to happen? Well, first of all, they start staying at home because they can't move out, and eventually, where are you going to get money from? Well, it's already happened, and we just screw all the working people. And eventually somebody rises up and harnesses the working people, and you're dead too. It's not a very functional, long-term way of doing things. If Sharon happens to be watching, I'll never forget about you. I just don't know that we know each other anymore. I'm sure we still have fantasies about each other, but it's always just a spirit. One has no idea who is what nowadays.